Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Untitled. For those of you who don't know me, Untitled, either whatever feels comfortable for you. As you can see today, I'm going to be taking you through my productive morning routine, as well as all the things that I kind of have incorporated into my day to make it work for me. This is inspired by everything I've tried to adopt since reading Atomic Habits. And one of the first things I do, I wake up at 7 in the morning. I'm trying to change this to 6. As you can see, it's a bit of a struggle to get out of the bed, but first thing I do is devotion. And this is the time where I reflect on the things that I'm working on whilst using the Bible as my main tool of reference on defining how to move forward. So now I write down in my book, which I got from my friend, and basically I kind of write down the scriptures that are related to that particular thing that I'm going through, and also just like trying to incorporate an understanding of what the word says about my situation, as well as just praying about it. So I feel like writing has kind of been something that, helps me, because people talk about devotion time all the time and they talk about journaling, and I'm like, oh, I don't feel like writing. But yeah, I do that and I basically pray. Sometimes I listen to a sermon, which is why I want to extend it, because I want sermon time to not interfere with my prayer time, because I understand the importance of praying. The next thing I do is like a French lesson. This is because I basically don't feel like getting out of my bed as soon as I wake up. So a French lesson kind of keeps me in tune in my bed, but I'm doing something productive. Like I told you guys, I want to learn a new language. So this could be anything for you, something you're trying to learn. Then I procrastinate for a bit. And after like 15 minutes maximum, I wake up, make my bed. I don't think this is something that I'd be like, oh, this is a routine for me. I think growing up, I never had the luxury of not doing my bed. I went to boarding school as well, which wasn't tolerable to not do your bed. So it just grew with me. It's not something I like wake up and I'm like, oh, I have to do my bed. It's just like an automatic response. So obviously with time, I guess you get used to it. I think it's very good to just do your bed as soon as you wake up, because for me, it kind of helps me in the sense that it's the largest chunk of the room. So if it's neat, like your room kind of already feels a bit more elevated and like more clear, you know what they say, clear space, clear mind type of vibe. So yeah, that's why I do it. Even when you're like moving to a new location, it's always the best. Next thing I do is I take a quick detour to the bathroom to do my brushing of teeth. This is because obviously at this point I'm well aware that my teeth are a bit, you can feel it. You can feel the night crispiness. And so yeah, this is me just brushing my teeth. As this is because as well, the coming thing next, I don't know if this is like a habit, but yeah, I guess sometimes you forget to brush your teeth. Another thing I'm learning is that things have homes. This I got from Darius Daniels. So basically, like as soon as I take out my night wear and everything like that, I need to put it exactly where it needs to stay, and also put my sportswear, which I already have a location for that. This is basically my wrist, what do they call it, a waist trainer. I'm learning to use it in the gym because I would just like suffocate myself throughout the day, but now I kind of have a best place to use it type of vibe. Another thing that I'm just gonna do, this is just me dressing up for the gym. Like I said already, like things have homes, so everything's kind of where I put it, and when I come back I will make sure to put it back there, just to avoid like being untidy. Another thing is I drink water. Well, you guys won't find this very useful. This is because when I was watching everyone else, I realized they kind of incorporated into their routine, but because I'm going to the gym, I don't even have to drink that much water, because I'm not trying to have like those pains. But yeah, it really helps me to just drink water in the morning. I don't actually think about it. Another thing I do is just keep it by my bedside. It kind of helps me to just see it inside in mind, if you know the saying that says out of sight, out of mind. Yeah, that's the reason. So our gym is kind of very small and doesn't have like the previous gym equipment that I had, but I kind of like obviously that it's incorporated into the building, which means I don't have to think much about it. Another thing I'm unashamed to share is that I literally spend 5 minutes in the gym, and this is because that's what I tell myself each morning when I'm feeling lazy. I'm like, it's just going to be 5 minutes, let's go. And the reason I've incorporated this is from Atomic Habits, which told me that you need to make a new habit attractive enough for you to do it. You need to make it easy and you need to limit it to 2 minutes, especially when you're starting. This is because you won't think too much about it if you think, okay, so this is just going to be 2 minutes. So yeah, at first I was embarrassed when I was walking into the gym and leaving early. I was thinking everyone's looking at me and thinking, what's this girl even doing if she's going to leave so quick? But I realized that people mind their own business. People actually care about themselves. Sure, you laugh and be like, what, this girl? But like, probably you're not thinking about me as much as I think. The reason I'm so concerned is because I think more about myself, so you wouldn't. And also the other thing is, this is better than the previous me who wasn't even coming to the gym last semester. So now I'm like, you know what, I'm not competing with all these people. I'm fighting my old self and I'm conquering, because each day I'm showing up, even if it's 5 minutes. Sometimes I'm inspired to stay even longer, but yeah, sometimes I just stay for the duration that I'm like, okay, you're late, you need to go for class, so just 5 minutes. But it's really helped me. It's just for fitness as well. I've changed my motive from, oh, we want a flat belly now, to, oh, we want to live a fit life, because a long-term goal helps you to stick to your routine, whereas a short-term goal is always painful when you can't see the realized profit of doing it. This is the time when I actually open my windows, which is unlike what everyone else does. But this is because, like, I don't even know, like, I just like the mood in the dark sometimes when I'm especially like reading and everything. It just makes me feel like maybe I woke up earlier than everyone else. Then this is the cute view from outside. The next thing I do is kind of shower, obviously, because we're coming from the gym. Hello, so yeah, we don't. Then the next thing is I'm reading Rich Dad Poor Dad now. So it's so fun to actually read a hard copy. I had forgot how much it feels good. But one thing I'm trying to be intentional about is changing the scenery in which I read this book. Another thing from Atomic Habits is making it easy. I tell myself that I just need to read one page a day, not even a chapter, because a chapter has been hard for me because now I'm waiting for the chapter to end and sometimes it's not even ending. But I find this book is quite fun to read. It's actually interesting, I think, because he narrated in like a novelty vibe where it's a story of what's going on, which is quite exciting. This is actually like a chill spot in my accommodation, which really looks nice. If you guys want a tour, tell me down below and we'll make it happen. But yeah, I kind of like this book. It's just like, it's really like on finances and everything like that. You know, we're, like I said before, we're in a development era and we're trying to get the knowledge that we can acquire. So I think the change in scenery kind of just makes it more exciting and makes you look forward to reading the book. Most of the times I'm just reading it on the bus and everything. I'm surprised at how quick it's gone as well. I think because I'm actually showing up for it more consistently, and that's because I've put systems in place to be like, if you're taking a bus, you're gonna have to be reading. Like I said before, like with Atomic Habits, it says like, if you want to incorporate a new habit, link it to something that you do as often already, so it's easier. So the next thing I do is I take my focus time. This is in a new location as well, like, because that place is a bit more public. I like to study in a bit more private of an area, just because I don't want to be looking at everyone, being distracted by everyone walking in and out. So I come to the student hub in my accommodation as well, and this is where I just settle down. I really like the aesthetics of this area as well. It just feels like a cozy place to hang out with friends on a nice, outing day or something. I basically give myself an hour or two depending on the plans I have for the day on that particular day. That's how I basically spread out my time to just like focus. So today particularly, I wasn't really studying, but I was planning out how to attack my coursework and all the tasks that I have to do, and just like kind of having a clear cut idea of how I'm gonna do it. I think sometimes we just want to rush into the process without actually planning. You just become a busybody, whereas when you actually plan out, you manage to do more that you want to do. So one thing I've learned as well is that I thrive from doing a smaller task first than a big task, because I feel more productive. The next thing that I do is write a poem a day. This is because I'm just trying to refine the gifts that I have. Like sometimes I find myself in eras where I'm like, where did that gift go, or where did that idea go? So as you can see, it's just like a page a day. I'm trying to like make sure that even if my poem is just a page long, I'm showing up for it consistently. It doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to be too flamboyant, but it's me showing up and making sure that that practice eventually builds perfection. And really, I just don't want to be a foolish virgin who runs out of oil. I want to be able to actually be present when I get those opportunities because I've been prepared for it. As you can see, that cup, by the way, it's me who designed it at one arts and craft thing. Just taking time for yourself is worth it. Another thing I have is Microsoft To Do, which kind of helps with the planning. Like if you want to tick off things on your plan, it kind of helps to feel achieved. The next thing we do is we iron our clothes these days, guys. I know I've done this before, but it's something that I'm practicing more consistently, to just iron your outfits before you go out. No one has to say, oh, hey, your clothes look ironed, but it gives you that sense of feeling like you're actually taking care of yourself. You're showing up in the best way you can, and you're looking neat and presentable each time you step out of your house, which is for you more than anything else. Another thing I'm being more intentional about is being a contributor in friendships. So I'm someone who genuinely enjoys my space. If left on my own devices, I'll actually not get out. But I'm actually taking our effort to actually step out with my friends, spend time with them. So this was a free event organized by the university. Like there was snacks there, free snacks, free drinks, free beads and everything. And all you had to do was show up and do it.
Do you want to clasp on yours as well?
Yeah.
How long is...
I genuinely enjoyed this activity. It was really fun, and it got me learning about how to create like bracelets, how to hide the whole rope thing when you're done, and also quality time with friends. So I definitely recommend it.
So, it doesn't look as good on camera.
I know, but it is. It's us heading back, guys. I really hope you found this useful, helpful, and exciting as well. So please do subscribe if you did. One last thing we did was play pool, where I lost twice.